the president's top economic advisor, Larry Kudlow, who you just heard from when he was on with Stuart Varney, one of the things he said was that securing trade deals, in addition to jobs, that might help further U.S. growth.
These trade deals, particularly USMCA, which I think is going to be very bullish for economic growth and investment. We will see continued surge in auto workers, farmers, manufacturing, and so forth and so on. But that's the sweet spot.
More on that now with Hector Barreto from the Latino Coalition, former head of the Small Business Administration, attended a meeting today over at the White House complex, which I believe, Hector, was about trade, about the USMCA, Mexican ambassador on hand. So I'd like you to try to take us inside that meeting, just to give us kind of the buzz about whether or not people think this thing's going to get passed. What are they saying?
Well, it was a great meeting. It was very positive. We had businessmen from all around the country, business leaders, also from Mexico that were there. And everybody really wants this agreement to go through. Timing is everything. A big issue was, when is Congress going to schedule a vote? So we hope Congress doesn't overly politicize this. But as you know, Connell, 98% of all companies in the United States that do free trade are small businesses. That's about 300,000 companies, but they only represent 30% of the trade dollars. So an agreement like this, especially one that focuses in on the small business piece, is a great thing for the economy.
And does it? I think a lot of the details of this got lost in translation. We just talked so much about the back and forth about NAFTA versus new NAFTA, and USMCA ended up being the name. But in terms of the details, from where you sit as an advocate, as you say, for small business, is this better than what we have now? Better than NAFTA? If so, why?
There's no doubt about it. You know, that agreement needed to be modernized. You know, there was no mention of the Internet in the original NAFTA agreement. And so now we're doing things like protecting intellectual property. And as you know, a lot of the innovators are small businesses. So that's really important. There's a real focus on the small business piece. And that's where most of the jobs come from. If we can pass this agreement, we could add potentially another point to our growth. And we're already growing well. You talked about the job numbers. Remember, small businesses are the engine of America. They create almost 70% of the jobs.
The last thing, though, Hector, the holdup here seems to be the tariffs on steel and aluminum. We thought even last night in that, you know, the president was tweeting about U.S. steel and the tariffs are working and it's great, essentially. And, you know, Chuck Grassley's out there saying, hey, get rid of these tariffs on steel and aluminum. We can get USMCA passed. That seems like that's the holdup. Isn't that fair? Do you think we should get rid of those tariffs?
Look, the holdup is in the House of Representatives. They haven't even scheduled a vote. And, you know, we're hearing some disturbing things about they're saying we can wait. We don't think we can wait. You know,
should we take off the tariffs first?
Well, I think you got to unlink those things. They're going to deal with those issues. There's no doubt about that. That's something that Canada wants, as you know. But right now, well, let's not let the perfect be the enemy of the good. This is a good agreement, and we need a vote.